Welcome back to Green is Good. This is the Green Festival's edition of Green is Good. We're here in beautiful New York City, New York, my hometown, and we're so excited to have with us today Lisa Wurtz.
Hello.
Lisa's the founder of Cocome, and Lisa, thank you for joining us today. And before we get talking about your great company and the wonderful products that you have, share a little bit about the Lisa Wurtz journey leading up to founding Cocome. How, why, and how you even got here.
Be happy to. Thank you for having me too, John.
It's an honor, really.
It's really exciting to come out here and to talk to people. Basically, I was a teacher years ago and then became a stay-at-home mom when my daughter Charlotte was born. And when she was a baby, I was busy getting ready for a dinner party, and she got into my cosmetics things and took a huge bite out of my deodorant. And after, you know, a panicked call to poison control, I thankfully found the chunk on the floor.
Oh.
That fell out of her mouth.
Yeah, but that's, I'm sure, a very common occurrence.
Yeah, no, it is. And that was my sort of come to Jesus moment when I realized we really have to have natural products in our home. And I started seriously thinking about converting to things that were healthier for all of us.
Prior to that, were you a tree-hugging family or into these things at all? Or was that really just like the real epiphany and the flashpoint?
That was the epiphany. I was interested in becoming more natural and natural products. But years ago, there weren't that many things on the market.
Great point. Great point.
So I would try things, and it just wasn't right for me. But after this happened with Charlotte, yes, that was my tipping point, and I started looking seriously and found great products.
So how did that journey go? Where did you start looking? How many years ago was that again? About 4?
It was 3 years ago.
3 years ago. So how did you start looking, and how did that evolve into like creating a business?
Well, I did, I think, what a lot of people do. You do a little research online, you go to Mrs. Green's or Whole Foods and look at things, and I would go and I'd look in the aisle and I'd find something that was great and I'd go home and try it. If it wasn't right for me, I'd try something else. I look at labels, read the ingredients, and found that I really didn't know what a lot of the ingredients in these products were, even though they were saying they were all natural and completely safe. So I started using just oils and fell in love with coconut oil as a body moisturizer. Fell in love with it. It's the absolute best thing that you can use on your skin. Unfortunately, it's solid at room temperature and comes in a jar. So if you want to put it on your body, you're digging your hand in there and these oil flakes are melting everywhere. And one night I was really just dripping all over my carpet and getting frustrated and said, gosh, if this weren't a stick, my life would be so much easier. And then I thought, wait a minute, let me see if that's there. And it really wasn't. And I made one for myself with an old deodorant tube and just used it at home. And then my mom heard about it and said, oh, can you make one of those for me? And my sister-in-law, and it just sort of started to snowball. I started really seeing a hole in the market and just an amazing oil that people weren't able to use in a practical way.
So Cocome was founded how many years ago?
We officially launched about 1.5 years ago, the very end of 2013.
And for our listeners and our audience members that want to find your products and also find you, it's www.cocomebodystick.com?
Correct.
Gotcha.
Cocomebodystick.com. We always have free shipping over $30.
Free shipping over $30. And where are you based?
We're based right outside of the city, right in Westchester County, New York.
So you're a New Yorker?
We're in New York, yeah.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so cocomebodystick.com. Cocomebodystick.com. So you launching the company. Mm-hmm. We have so many young people like you who want to be ecopreneurs, entrepreneurs. Mm-hmm. Did you have to go raise money? Did you just do this with your husband? How did you even put together your LLC and decide we're going to make a business enterprise out of this?
Well, I can tell you, I do feel that I started with a bit of an advantage because my father, who's actually watching our interview at the moment, he's always developed brands. So I kind of knew a little bit where to start, but we are self-funded. It's very much started out as a mom and pop sort of making it in my kitchen, let's see how this goes kind of thing.
So Dad was a branding expert.
Yes.
Oh, you have a little bit of a head start then.
He's in beverages, but the industries aren't that different.
That's right. Brands are brands. Great brands are great. Right,
yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Did he help you come up with the name and everything?
No, that was me.
Okay.
And you know, like I said, we started in our kitchen and blended and started doing test groups and selling to people, and here we are.
So let's talk about these great products you have here. This is the body. This is the body stick.
Yes.
And this is the
lip elixir. It's our lip balm.
Wow. So why this? I mean, I meet you on an elevator today and I
Right.
see this in your hand because you're going to a pitch meeting somewhere, and I ask you for your elevator pitch. Why would I want to be using this, and why is this better than anything else on the market?
Well, you want to be using it because it's nature's most potent healing potion in the palm of your hand with no mess and no waste. It's just organic virgin coconut oil with a little bit of beeswax. That's it. 100% organic. You can go anywhere on your body. Your kid, your pet bites into it. Nothing bad happens. And there's hardly a thing for your skin that this can't do.
You know, I have to tell you something, Lisa. Years ago, I had one of the original founders of the first coconut water to come to America on Green is Good.
Oh, great.
And he just literally floored me when he was telling me a little bit of the history of coconut water and just the great principles behind that, that even at one point when they couldn't get, during World War II, enough blood to the wounded warriors out in the field, that coconut water is so healthy for you that they would actually mainline it into
Oh, wow.
people who needed it. So the coconut seems to, with now your products,
Yeah.
it seems as though from a 360-degree point of view,
Correct.
coconut, ingested coconut, water, they now say coconut oil even via pill or tablespoon.
Absolutely.
And now even you're saying for your skin and for your body,
That's right.
it's amazing from whichever way you're getting it.
Yes.
And you're offering it in a very clean, no fuss, no muss way.
Exactly.
So people buy this, and what do they screw it? So this is just like a deodorant stick, really. But what do they do with it? Like, where do you roll this on to? Just so I...
You put it anywhere in your body where you have dry skin or any kind of irritation. If you've got rough elbows, hands, calluses, after sun care, it's ideal. Everyone's shaving their legs with the summer. Put it on after you do that. Your skin is your body's largest gland. You absorb everything immediately. You have to be really careful. And this is an easy way
Anywhere.
to put things. Yeah, anywhere.
Safe anywhere.
Safe
Children,
anywhere. Barring a coconut oil or beeswax allergy,
yeah,
of course.
yeah. But for children, for anyone.
Yes, for anyone. Yeah, people with eczema, people with psoriasis find it very healing. You could use it in your hair. You can use it as a deodorant. It does have natural antimicrobial properties, so that is something you can do.
Wow. And so you launched this a year and a half ago. Where did you launch it, and how's it been going?
Well, we launched just right here, just outside the city in Westchester, and it's been going really great. It's actually a thrill to come to events like this where you're in front of the customer and there's that moment where the light goes on. These are people who are educated and know about coconut oil, or maybe they just kind of like the smell of coconut, but as soon as you show them a jar of coconut oil and say, you could be doing this instead and get all the benefits, you see the light go on in their face, and that's really thrilling. And we're expanding. We're starting to get into retail stores, and we want to replace Vaseline in every home in America with something much healthier and safer.
Wow. So you could, and Vaseline's a petroleum.
Exactly.
Not that sustainable of a product, let's be honest.
Yes.
So you started selling online, I take it. Mm-hmm. How soon after you launched this did you launch then your second product?
That was about a year after, and mainly we did that because of requests from customers who were using the big stick on their lips because they liked it so much. And they were like, it's really great, it works great, but can you just make it a little smaller because it's awkward?
This looks a little funny out in public.
Yeah, exactly. Or you don't want to put something on your lips that you might put on your feet or, your baby's diaper rash. So
that's a good point too.
Exactly.
So this is now truly for lips.
And that's truly for your lips.
So are retailers responding? Are you finding some luck getting into some retailing locations?
We're starting to. We're very new. Right after launching the company, I had another baby. So we had to take a little bit of time, and we just had our media debut last month, and we are just getting into retail stores.
And it was a boy or a girl, your second?
It was a boy.
So now you have Charlotte. What's your son's name?
Britton.
Britton.
Yeah.
So Charlotte and Britton.
Correct.
Got it. And so now, how are you getting the word out online about your new products?
Well, I mean, basically at first you start with just launching with the people you know in your Facebook page and requesting them to spread the word.
Right.
And then as you get into the retail stores, you're trying to support their business while they support yours, and you kind of tap into their social media resources, a lot of social media. The Google AdWords, the best SEO that you can possibly do.
How did you find, speak about that. it's a democratized world. You know, one person like you one ecopreneur like you can change the world. How do you get the best SEO? And what does SEO mean for our audience out there that doesn't know that?
Sure, that's search engine optimization. That's basically a process that you go through with a professional who knows what they're doing, where you optimize the search engine's ability to pull up your site earlier in the people's search, so you can get more customers.
And how do you find like a great SEO person?
I actually usually recommend word of mouth. I recommend interviewing other entrepreneurs and hearing their battle stories. Okay,
gotcha. And when you were launching this, your new brand, what did Dad tell you? Dad's a branding specialist. What was Dad's advice to help, to stand above the crowd, to get above the din, the noise?
Well, I have to tell you, Dad is a huge inspiration, because when you start a company and then you have a baby and that's hard, there are a lot of reasons to give up and to just not work that much that day because you're exhausted. And him and my husband too were really voices saying, "This is good. Keep doing it. Keep doing it."
Now your husband has another job.
Yes.
So he works another job.
He does.
So this is then this is your full-time job now.
It is.
From home.
It is. Yeah.
Wow. So, and for our audience members that just joined us, we're so happy to have with us Lisa Wurtz. She's the founder and CEO of Cocome, and you can find her great products right here at www.cocomebodystick.com. Cocomebodystick.com. And you said, what's the price break for free shipping?
$30.
$30 if you buy $30. And how much does this approximately cost right now?
That retails for $15.
$15. And then this is how much?
Three.
So you buy 2 of each and you're set on the shipping right there. Talk a little bit about, you mentioned earlier, Lisa, beeswax. How does beeswax play into your products? And why beeswax to the coconut oil?
Yeah, a lot of people ask me that because there are a lot of people who just moisturize with the coconut oil. Beeswax in itself is another ancient healing balm with its own healing properties. It's also antimicrobial and it's also non-comedogenic. When you combine it with the coconut oil, what it does is it seals it in and allows it to really absorb into your skin. Now, if you're somebody who already moisturizes with coconut oil, you kind of have to stand there and let it absorb, and it still kind of gets on your clothes. This alleviates that problem, and it makes it allows the coconut oil to do its work. So you can just put it right on, and you can use it neat, or you could choose to rub it in.
Who's reviewed your product? Have you gotten any product reviews that have helped make it go viral a little bit more?
We have actually. We've gotten some fantastic blog mentions. And recently we've been featured in some TV spots, and the word is getting out there slowly, and the feedback is very positive.
What percentage do you think of your clients right now are men and women?
I would say the vast majority are women, although we have a lot of men users. I just find that for my kind of product, if there's a woman in the household and there's a man there that could be using it, the woman might be doing the purchasing. So I would say it's for the man. So I would say that the vast majority of our customers are women, but we have a lot of men users.
What are some of the more different ways that your client base say they're using the product right now?
Oh gosh, there isn't like a month that goes by that I don't get another. I mean, everything from, I use it on my calluses, I use it on my cat, I use it on my nipples when I'm nursing, I use it as a personal lubricant, I use it as, because it's so safe and you can put it anywhere, and people really do.
So it's actually, it's very versatile. Let's just say that, right?
Yes, although not latex friendly, so keep that in mind.
We're down to the last 5 minutes or so. Can you share a little bit about the journey as an ecopreneur, a young entrepreneur? And first of all, I have to tell our audience out there that don't have the benefit of being here, Lisa looks like she's about 18 years old. So if this is from this, buy it now. I'm telling you like that. She doesn't look old enough to have 2 kids. I keep looking at her and saying that's impossible. And if by the way, if Britain bit into this,
Nothing.
No,
my daughter gets out of the tub, I hand it to her, she puts it on herself. She calls it her body crayon. It's really,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, talk a little bit about the journey.
Sure.
What were you expecting that didn't happen?
Oh.
And what were you not expecting that happened? Like share just like stuff that weren't even in the playbook when you sat down and mapped this thing out at the kitchen table?
Well, I think the biggest thing that I've learned so far is that there are no rules and that there is no, everyone talks about what's your strategy, and that's all fine and good, but you get out there and the day happens and things come at you and nothing goes as planned, ever. You have to be super quick on your feet and comfortable with change and really not give up. I think my biggest hurdle, and continues to be something that I'm looking for to improve my product, is packaging. Is something that I didn't imagine would be difficult. I mean, just now, their eco-friendly packaging and things like that that companies like me can use. We're still not quite there yet for our design. We want to find a cardboard solution, and we're really, if there's anybody out there who has it, contact me. I want to make the switch. That's something that's frustrating that I wish I could find for my particular product. It's a little different than other twist tubes.
How hard was it to, once you decided to put it into this form, how hard was it to find the right manufacturer to do it at the right cost and to keep the quality of what you wanted?
That was extremely tricky too, because when you're starting out, you don't have huge production runs, and a lot of people don't even want to talk to you.
Yeah.
So you just make 50 phone calls, 60 phone calls, and then finally you find someone who wants to do business with you, and you just kind of start from there. I was lucky enough to find a company that was willing to take me with small runs and start there, and then as you get bigger, the prices get better. But you have to make that investment. It's, you have to take that leap of faith that what you're doing is going to work.
And you really feel that this is the type of product that could really take over for wherever Vaseline's being used today. That's how big, in theory though, that's how big the marketplace is for you. I mean, you have a big universe to chase. I do.
Really, there's nothing you can do with Vaseline that you can't do with this. And this is 100% organic and natural and healthy for you and has lots of benefits, and petroleum's for your car. So so there are lots of places where this should go, and we want to take it.
Do you have any competitors in this space?
It's very, very narrow. There are like small home crafters and things like that who make sticks with coconut oil and things like that. But as far as mainstream that people know, oh gosh, I could put this on my skin instead. No, there's nothing out there.
Where do you, besides Dad and your daughter, who took the first bite, where do you find inspiration in terms of business or entrepreneurs?
Oh, wow. There are a lot of really inspiring business people that I've met, during this process, and people that I have researched and thought were great too. There are a lot of great brands up by me, even in Westchester. There's Babo Botanicals was actually a really inspiring brand for me. I don't know them personally, but they started out as, a couple in Westchester, and they have an amazing line of products for children, and they're everywhere now, and their products are great and super safe. Also, people that I just meet here and that are so willing with their knowledge to give to other people and help you out as a business to business.
That's great. So we're down to the last 2 minutes. I leave it to you now to share with our audience and our both our online and offline audience. What are some final thoughts that you have about your product and where you want it to go in the years to come?
Our product is, as we had said, it's something, there's hardly a thing that you can't do for your skin with this product. I think that there are a lot of companies out there that are great and want to market themselves as natural and all that stuff, when really there could be things in there that are confusing or questionable, and we're very straightforward. Coconut oil is perfect the way that it is. We don't want to change it. We just want to make it easier for people to put on. And I see us going to every home in America where that jar of Vaseline is, and taking over.
Lisa, how hard was it to source the right coconut oil, and where does it come from for your products?
That was a little bit tricky too, because we're very careful to make sure everything is responsibly sourced. And actually we did, in the Philippines is where our coconut oil comes from.
Perfect.
And we're very happy with the quality that we're getting.
Well, perfect. Well, Lisa, thank you for joining us today. And for our audience members out there, to support Lisa's great company and to change from Vaseline to coconut oil for your lips and for everywhere else out there, go to www.cocomebodystick.com. Cocomebodystick.com. This is the Green Festival's edition of Green is Good. Lisa Wurtz, you're obviously an inspiring ecopreneur, and we're just so truly honored to have you today. And you are living proof that green is good.
Thank you.